Let's go. 2025, I'm talking about.
Welcome back, everybody, to Clinical FC. I'm your host, Dr. L, and it's not a good day. It's not been a good week in terms of news. Jurrien Timber out for 7 to 9 months, according to reports. But the good thing is the reports that came out today are saying that it's not as bad as first thought. Jurrien Timber's ACL, it's not a rupture, it's more of a tear. So tear, it's not as serious as a complete rupture, disconnection. So I thank God for that, because for a player like Jurrien Timber who twists and turns pretty much at will and in any part of the field, he's comfortable. So for somebody that versatile, he needs his knees to be 100%. So it is going to take him a while for him to get back to himself. We need to give him that time for him to get back to himself, because it'll be best for him and best for us. Yeah. But yeah, this is what Jurrien Timber posted today on his Twitter. I'm gonna share my screen with y'all. Because the thing is, I think my brother's coming back. The thing is that when Arsenal signed Timber, right, and I did my Timber review, once I watched him, I knew he could play midfield for us. I was so excited with what Mikel Arteta was gonna do with him. And even watching the way our team plays, he's the one who's going from left back, moving up the field. He's even moving ahead of Declan Rice at some point. Adding as one of the eights up top, trying to create something. So, like, his versatility was just crazy. We bought him to be a center back up to William Saliba in case he ever goes down, or to make Ben White have to move into central defense and Timber takes the fullback, whichever one. So he was bought for that important reason. But buying that type of player, he could do so much more for us, so much more for us. Like me, this shit is messing with my head. So I can't even figure out this right here. But yeah, let me share my screen. Jurrien Timber on Twitter. This is what he posted today. He said, "Gutted to share my injury is more serious than expected, even though it's not as serious as it could be. Especially after the warm welcome I've received, I wanted to repay you on the pitch, which will not be possible for the forthcoming period. Thanks for making me feel at home and see you at the carpet. Hey man, thanks for being the person you are, bro. Just keep on being who you are. Come back stronger. You gotta, in my opinion, we have to. In my opinion, we have to go back in the market and get another person who can be a fullback, center back option, and just in case William Saliba goes down and Tomiyasu, who's very injury prone, can also go down. So I won't put my emphasis or I'll say my hopes on that defensive depth without Jurrien Timber. So in my opinion, we got to go back in the market and go get somebody. Right now, in my opinion, we got to go for Simakan from Leipzig because as a center back or a fullback, I need him to be able to defend first. But that will take away from what Ateta wanted to do with Timber. But there's not a lot of players that are like Timber out there. A lot of people are saying get Ivan Fresnida, but in my opinion, he is not like solid enough defensively for us to be bringing him in and expecting him to take on Champions League wingers. Like that would just be another project signing that we have to, develop. And I'm pretty sure people are tired of, waiting. So we need established players to go get. And not a lot of established players are like Jurrien Timber. So not a lot of them are like that. But there's reports saying, the length of time period is about 7 to 9 months. So I don't expect to see him for the rest of the season at all. Even if they're saying, it's not as bad as it was before, I just still don't expect to see him for the rest of the season. And yeah, like I said, Tomiyasu, I trust him, but not for him to stay fit. I trust him as a player. Like he can be able to fill that role. He's versatile, left and right. He can use both of his feet, left and right, decently. He can also find passes forward as well. He can break lines. People are asleep on Tomiyasu. He can play crossfield switch balls that we also need, like I've made note of before. So Tomiyasu, yeah. Kieran, yes, in my opinion, like I said before, we need to keep Kieran, and I'm glad Newcastle went to go buy somebody else. Newcastle went to go buy what's his name, Lewis Hall, I think, from Chelsea, who's also a good player. Yeah, Chelsea's losing a gem in that guy. Yeah, I remember hopping in the Chelsea space and I told them Lewis Hall is going to be a good player. Like you could use him to be your inverted fullback. Some of them agree with me, some of them did it, but that's Chelsea fans. So let's keep on moving. Yeah. Yeah, it says that I advanced talks over a loan with an obligation to buy for Lewis Hall. Hey man, Chelsea, Newcastle, do your thing. But I'm glad Kieran Tierney is staying because, in my opinion, we need to keep Kieran. He can play that left center back position in a three if we ever play him as the left full back. And when we need to switch to make him more offensive, we can always use the 2-1-7, formation that I was talking about before that I saw Mikel Arteta use in the Community Shield. So that Kieran Tierney is still going to be effective for us. So in my opinion, we need to keep him. And I think he's willing to stay and fight for his place. I don't think Mikel Arteta wants to sell him. in my opinion. So clubs need to bid, a huge amount of money before we will be able to sell Kieran. In my opinion, I don't want us to sell Kieran at all. We need to keep him, especially with this Timber injury. He doesn't need to go anywhere. Anywhere. He needs to stay here. All right. So in terms of other fullback options, Ben White, you always trust Ben. He's solid. Maybe not against the greatest of the wingers, the Vinnies and you know Mbappe's and all that. When we get to that point, Benjamin White still has to be tested like that. But mm, in my opinion, we got to go back in the market. We just don't have enough depth to go for competitions like that because anybody can drop. With all the games coming, people are seeing players dropping like flies. So why not? Like, why don't you think during the season it's going to happen frequently as well? So we need to have as big of a squad as possible. So got to go back in the market. Got to get somebody in, and KDB as well. KDB as well. Now he's injured. You know, man. In my opinion, I would love to beat a Man City that has KDB and Holland in that team because then nobody can say anything when we do it. We were so close last year, even if we didn't make it all the way. If Saliba stayed fit, could have been a different story. But this season, KDB is out. In my opinion, you're never going to see me laugh at any player who has a long-term injury. That shit is just dumb, in my opinion. That shit is for kids. Like that shit is for not just kids. That shit is for, I would say, selfish kids. Really, like why would you laugh at somebody else's injury that could hurt the career? I mean, it doesn't make sense to me. Even if it's a rival's player, it doesn't make sense to me. That is still a human being at the end of the day. So yeah, you do you. Whoever wants to do that. But in my opinion, KDB, him being out is going to be a serious issue. Man City losing KDB, losing Mares, losing Gundo, all in the same transfer window. People are not deep in how serious that is. Without Gundo alone in that team, Man City doesn't win 3P. When KDB went down the first time, Gundo stepped in. If they didn't have Gundo last season, they don't even break down Everton's low block without Gundo. That touch and finish that Gundo did, who else have you ever seen do that shit? Who else? Who else have you seen do that shit? Nobody right now is like Gundogan. So Kovacic, nah. I'm sorry. So losing Gundo alone is a lot. Losing Mares, who brought the GA and brought the creativity as well, brought the, I would say, 1v1 explosiveness, maybe not explosiveness, but 1v1 trickery to get past the player that you need, right? He brought that at least, gone. KDB now, he's hurt. People are saying 4 or 5 months, gone. Now they have Kovacic in. They're going for Lucas Paqueta, but in my opinion, Paqueta is decent, yes, but Martin Odegaard is better, in my opinion. Odegaard is better than Paqueta. I would argue that with anybody any day of the week. Odegaard is better than Paqueta. So please don't start. Right? So um they're buying Paqueta, so they need more creativity. Foden is not ready for that responsibility, in my opinion. He still needs to de- develop a bit more. So they're also going for Jeremy Doku, according to reports. So let's see if Doku and Lucas Paqueta is enough for them to be able to, feed the robot, like they say. Like they're gonna be so dependent on Haaland this season. Huh. Jack Grealish needs to step up, but I don't think he's that type of player who has the ability to grab 10 and 10, like people were saying on the Big Six. 10 and 10 is kind of a stretch for Jack Grealish right now in that City team. Let's see it though. If he does it and he shuts me up, hey, boy, in my opinion, he's not doing that. He doesn't have, I would say, the instinct in front of goal. He's more of I would say, let me beat this player, let me recycle the ball, you know, that type of stuff. He is not. Let me, I'm putting this in the top bins, and I don't care if you're standing right there in front of me. So that is the type of player Jack Grealish is. So Man City needs more. Man City needs more. Yeah. So in my opinion, the title dream is not over, even if we have Timber out. Zini is coming back. Zini is if Zini is fit for Crystal Palace, he needs to go straight back in if he's fit, because we need him to be able to break down their low block. Because if Timber is not the one going forward, maybe that's gonna be Zini now going forward into that eight. Maybe that's what. Maybe that's why Ateta threw Timber straight in that position, because he already had that plan with Zini as well, and he just bought a player who could do, I would say, even more than Zini, because he can defend, he can dribble, he can pass, he can what? What? Come on, Timber was he is a beast. He is a beast. I'm just sad that we are not gonna have him for the season. It's all good though. We definitely move, but bringing Simakan or bringing Bowie just for solid protection. Maybe go to Crystal Palace, get Joachim Anderson, so we can keep Benjamin White on the right if we ever need to, something like that. But let's see. We'll face Crystal Palace this Monday. So let's see how Joachim Anderson performs if he's going to be fit to play. I need to check that. But in my opinion, he's a decent player. Um, yeah, Tattoo Dream is not over, but do we must now? In my opinion, I feel like we must. We have to win this league. I'm not ready to wait for Pep to go away like all these people are saying. In my opinion, that's a loser mentality. I'm not waiting for no Pep to go nowhere. I want to take one from Pep. I want to take one. At least take one before Pep wants to be on his. At least take one with Holland in the team. Like, bro, come on. Because last year, people don't deep the magnitude of what was happening last year. A young team that came together 2 years ago was, I would say, how many games? Maybe 10. Let's say 8 to 10 games away from beating a treble winning side to the league. If our center back stayed fit, wait. Let's say if Jesus and Saliba stayed fit, right? We win that league. So that team would have beat, quote unquote, even if it didn't happen, that team would have beat Manchester City, who was a treble winning side, but the greatest goal scorer in the history of the world, Erling Haaland, right? Bought him, had him in the team with K.D.B, Mahrez, Gundo, Foden, Jack Grealish, freaking Rodri, freaking Johnston, all these guys. We could have if we won that league, that would have, in my opinion, that would have been one of the greatest leagues ever won in terms of the where both teams came from and what both teams have in their arsenal. You get what I'm saying? So, in my opinion, that would have been one of the greatest leagues ever won. But now we have to take one from them. We have to take advantage of this K.D.B injury. Even though it's sad, we have to take advantage of it. We have to. I'm hoping Gabriel Jesus comes back soon. I'm hoping he comes back soon, so that will be our front three back to where it's supposed to be. Zini coming back in, being pushed forward while Rice and Partey are staying behind, letting Zini be the one trying to pick out the low block. Bruv, I like the sound of that. So we need to take advantage of that either way. Having Gabriel, Saliba, and White as the three at the back, maybe having yes, Zini in the left, having Partey in the six, having Rice in the left eight. When Zini goes forward, Rice and Partey can shift and be a double pivot if needed, or Partey can be the lone six and Rice joins Zini for an adventure. You know, so we need to take advantage of it because we will just go back to what we were doing last season with Crystal Palace. I would say let's play Trossard up top because they're gonna let us have the ball and they're gonna try and press us. Sorry, they're gonna let us have the ball and they're gonna try to hit us on the break, right? So we need to have our best outside shooters and penetrative passes. In my opinion, Trossard is very tricky as a winger as well. He can dribble people. He can beat 1-2 man. He can dribble. He can beat players more than Martinelli can. That Martinelli skill that he did, I need to see a lot more of it. You know, I need to see a lot more trickery from my Brazilian star boy. I need that. So Trossard, I feel like Trossard should be in that lineup. Maybe not Havertz this time because we don't need to have. I would say. I mean, he will be used as an aerial threat. So Crystal Palace, yeah, Crystal Palace is the type of team that is going to try and beat us in the air a lot because that's going to be the type of football they're going to play, try to win the first and the second balls. So yeah, I think Ateta might be using Havertz in this game just for that aerial presence and being able to run and make spaces in the block. Yeah, I think people should expect to see Havertz in this game. But me, I would, I I could start with Havertz, right? Just so we can have that aerial that outlet. But since there's no Zaha now, right? Since there's no Zaha on the left, I wonder if they're gonna put Eze on the left, but they want to put Eze in the middle. So, Michael Olise is injured. So since there's no Zaha now, that left side may not be as dangerous as it was before. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Mikel Arteta go Partey at right back again. I wouldn't be surprised because Crystal Palace is going to let us have the ball. We just have to control their break and in transition, right? So I wouldn't be surprised to see Mikel Arteta play Partey at right back. I wouldn't be. Yeah, so we might do Partey at right back, but if we do that, then I won't expect to see Zinni then. If we do that, I won't expect to see Zinni. I won't expect to see Zinni if we do that. I would expect to see Gabriel, Saliba, and White. That's probably what it would be. Gabriel on the left, Saliba, White, and Partey. Reverting intermediate. But hey, if Zinni's fit, I want Zinni to start because Zinni will have much better, I would say, much better chance of breaking down a low block for us. So I would like Zinni to start against Crystal Palace since there's no Elise as well. So it might be easier for us to get away with it. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, maybe in midfield, then we can have we can have Rice and Havertz again with Odegaard. Use Havertz as a decoy again, but Havertz has to be effective when that ball comes to his feet if he's going to play. In my opinion, I would go with Martinelli left, Trossard up top, Saka on the right, Martin Odegaard attacking 8 on the right, Havertz attacking 8 on the left, Actually, no, fuck that. Rice in the 8 on the left. Pache in the 6. On the right, I'm going with White, Saliba Gabriel, Zinchenko. Because I feel like we're gonna control possession at Selhurst Park. We're gonna control possession. We're gonna have a battle. So I don't see Kai Havertz playing this one. It's gonna be like a battle because we're going to that crib. So last 2 times we went to the crib. It's been a battle. The first time we got slapped. The second time we slapped them. So I expect this one to be another tough battle to see who wants to come out on top. So it's gonna be physical as hell. I don't know if this one's gonna be for Kai. I don't know about this one, but Trossard, you can trust Trossard to put his body in front of the ball. You can trust him to do that. Yeah, you can trust him to chase down the ball and win it back too. You can trust Trossard to also do that for sure. Yeah, yeah. I will keep Kai on the bench for this one. I will keep Kai on the bench for this one. But let's see, man. Let's see. Mikel likes Kai Havertz. He likes him. Spend mad bread on him. So expect to see it. But hey, Mikel, it's on you if it don't work. It's on you if it doesn't work. Yeah. But we have to take advantage of this 4 months that KDB is not gonna be there. Because yeah, it's gonna be Highland or bust with them. I think this year at least, it's gonna be Highland or bust. Highland or bust. Because even their rotation players are not of the same level. So we have to take advantage. We have to. We must, in my opinion. Mm, yeah. I also saw that today Reece James also got hurt on his hamstring. Reece James also got hurt. A lot of players getting hurt. A lot of them. But Reece James, injury prone. Chelsea fans are already calling for him to be sold. That's how loyal they are to their captain and their Cobham graduate. Yeah, but that's sad for them though. That's sad. That is sad for Chelsea for sure. Even though they got Gusto, I know they wanted Reese to bang for sure, like to stay fit and keep developing. But him, he's gonna be out for a while too. So even when he comes back, I don't think they should rush him back. Like people like that, just give them the season, bro, because they have to fully recover and come back to their best. Yeah. So me, even when Timber is ready, I want to still give him some time to rest. Still want to give him some time to rest. Yeah. Guy has missed over 80 games, man. Crystal Palace. I'm excited for that game. I'm excited for that game for sure. For sure, for sure. I feel like we're gonna beat them, but I'm gonna do a preview for it. I'll say tomorrow or Saturday, one of those days, because I'm gonna try and do some shooting tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Join the crew. I'll see y'all next time. I'll see y'all for the watch along because I'm gonna be on. Maybe not because Monday. I work Monday, so maybe not. Maybe the next watch along I see y'all then, but that's for sure. But I see y'all in preview, and if y'all want to watch me play FIFA, well, look, I'm gonna be going live on PS5 straight. Sometimes I go live here too. So, but look, thank y'all for watching. See y'all next time. Peace.
Let's go, let's go.